Imagine a quiet, weak, often sick teenager. Doctors said he wouldn't live long. No powerful father, no big army, no famous name. But this boy became the most powerful man in the history of the Western world. His name was Gaius Octavius, later known as Augustus, the first emperor of Rome. Today, I will tell you his real story. No fake drama, just the true journey of how one young man turned chaos into the greatest empire ever. Stay till the end. There is a very surprising fact about how he died. Born 23rd September 63 BC in Rome, not from a super rich family. His father was a governor, but died when Octavius was only 4 years old. His mother, Atia, was the niece of Julius Caesar, so Octavius was Julius Caesar's grandnephew. But in the beginning, nobody cared about him. He was thin, often ill, had allergies, breathing problems. He studied rhetoric, philosophy, and some military training, but he was never the strongest or the loudest. Everything changed in 44 BC. Julius Caesar is murdered on the Ides of March 44 BC, stabbed 23 times in the Senate. In his will, Caesar did something shocking. He adopted his grandnephew Octavius and made him his main heir. Suddenly, this 18-year-old boy gets the name Gaius Julius Caesar Octavianus, inherits most of Caesar's huge wealth and a very dangerous political position. Rome was in chaos. Two powerful men wanted control: Mark Antony, Caesar's best general, and Brutus and Cassius, the assassins. Everyone thought, this weak boy will die soon. They were wrong. Octavian did 3 very clever things quickly. He stayed calm, he spoke softly, he listened more than he talked. He used Caesar's name everywhere. He started calling himself Caesar. People loved that name. It gave him instant popularity with soldiers and supporters. At 19 years old, he raised his own private army, paid with his own money, loyal to him, not to the Senate. Then he made a shocking alliance with Mark Antony and Lepidus, the second triumvirate. Together, they hunted Caesar's killers. They won the Battle of Philippi. Brutus and Cassius killed themselves. Now only 3 bosses remained: Antony, Octavian, Lepidus. Octavian and Antony became enemies. Antony went to Egypt, fell in love with Cleopatra, and became very close to her. Many Romans thought Antony was giving Roman power to Egypt. Octavian used this perfectly. He spread propaganda. Antony is not Roman anymore. He wants Alexandria to become the new capital. Cleopatra controls him like a puppet. Final war. Battle of Actium. Huge sea battle. Octavian's general, Agrippa, destroyed Antony and Cleopatra's ships. Antony and Cleopatra fled to Egypt and later both took their own lives. Now, only one man controlled everything. Octavian knew Romans hated kings. They had removed their last king 500 years earlier. So he did something brilliant. He went to the Senate and said, "I give up all my special powers. I want to return power to the Senate and the people." The Senate refused. They begged him to stay in charge. They gave him a new name, Augustus, meaning the revered one, the majestic one. He never called himself king or emperor. He called himself princeps, first citizen. But in reality, he controlled the army, the provinces, the Senate, his own private guards, the Praetorian Guard. He created the Roman Empire. Without anyone noticing, he took absolute power. Augustus ruled for more than 40 years. His big achievements? Ended 100 years of civil wars, started Pax Romana, 200 years of peace, built roads, aqueducts, temples everywhere, created a professional standing army loyal to the emperor, made Egypt a Roman province, huge grain supply, no more hunger in Rome, fixed taxes, laws, police system. He really turned Rome from a broken republic into a strong, organized empire. He married Olivia, a very smart and strong woman. They stayed married for 51 years. He had no biological sons who survived to become adult. He adopted Tiberius, Livia's son, as his successor. He lived very carefully, ate very little, slept in small rooms, took care of his health. He died at age 75, very old for that time. Surprising last words. Have I played the part well? Then applaud as I exit. Augustus was not the strongest, not the loudest, not the most brave in battle, but he was the most patient, the most clever, and the best at understanding power. He turned a dying teenager into the founder of one of the greatest empires in history. What do you think? Was he a genius or was he lucky? Write in the comments. If you enjoyed this story, please like, subscribe, and press the bell so you don't miss the next one. Next time, Cleopatra, Nero, Spartacus? Tell me which one you want. Thank you for watching. See you next time.